What's going on, everybody? Brian here from Brian's Broadcast. I hope all of you are doing fantastic. Today I'm going to do a full review of Anfar London's or Udal Anfar's Midnight Frost Tangerine. This particular bottle looked really beautiful. Immediately reminds me of some tropical vacation. But what does it smell like? I'm going to tell you all about it. But before I proceed, I humbly request that please subscribe to my channel if you have not done so yet. Hit the thumbs up button if you like contents like these. Let's take a dive into the note breakdown. And if you have missed my first impression video, I highly recommend that you please go ahead and check it out because opinions will vary. On the top, you've got apple, Sicilian bergamot, tangerine, mandarin, saffron. Juicy, spicy, lot of fruits going on. Let's see what the mids have. You've got ice accord, orange blossom, cardamom, saffron again, and plum. And on the base, you've got driftwood, musk, amber, and moss. So what do I get from Anfar London's Midnight Frost Tangerine? Now, first off, again, just look at the box. Beautiful, in my opinion. Very simple, but the color combination, it's an eye-catching one, right? So Anfar London's Midnight Frost Tangerine, when I sprayed it, immediately I noticed the presence of this nice, sweet, and tiny tad bit tarty, juicy kind of orange tangerine combination. It's very fresh, refreshing, vibrant. It's really bright and it's very juicy and succulent. But after application, I noticed that past 5 to 6 minutes, this fragrance kind of felt really synthetic. Now, don't get me wrong, like not always all synthetic kind of fragrances, of course, like for this price, like sub $40. I think, was it $40? Yeah, I think this was sub $40. I don't expect too much from a fragrance. But again, this one kind of has the synthetic vibe. But it's not too bad. But I want to tell you one thing. I don't know, they never mentioned about ambroxan, but this thing felt like a pretty heavy fragrance with lots and lots of ambroxan. So if you're not somebody who appreciates ambroxan, I would say you stay away from this one. So after the initial 5 to 6 minutes and the whole citrus thing is done, you kind of enter the zone where the citruses and the freshness, the vibrant part is working in the back end. And in the forefront, this fragrance is turning a bit more on the sweeter side. And then slowly, you kind of get that ice accord. Now the ice accord over here, it did not feel like it gives you that cool kind of sensation. Rather, you do feel kind of like a chill, like as if, imagine a glass of cold drink on a hot summer day. What's gonna happen? Condensation on the outside of the glass or container, right? So that's exactly the kind of feeling you're gonna get with that ice accord. It's a bit on the floral side with that orange blossom, but it's not overly done. It's not like super feminine or anything, but it balances out some of those things. Cardamom and saffron, they play a vital role because it kind of gives you that mild spiciness. The plum kind of turns this thing into a more sweeter, juicier thing, if I may say. But mind you, as the hours progressed, the fragrance became more and more sweeter. Again, maybe, it might not appeal to your taste buds for fragrances, but of course, like I said, for sub $40, I wouldn't expect too much from this one. For the drying down, the musk is a very clean, white kind of musk, if that makes any sense. It's not effervescent, it's not lactonic, but it's just that clean, white vibe. The woodiness from the driftwood, it kind of like adds to an aquatic kind of vibe, but it's not too much. It's very mild. And for the drying down, the moss, it kind of adds to that green earthiness. Not too much earthy, not too much green, but you do kind of feel that bitter edge going on somewhere in the background. But again, fragrance is more on the sweeter side. So the citruses, like although the name tells you tangerine, but it's not super citrusy, or the citruses are not, long-lived, if I may say, but that's just my observation. Drop a comment, let me know what you felt about this one. But the fragrance, in my opinion, like it's really long-lasting, it's well done, it's pretty smooth, but it has the synthetic thing going on the back end. And somewhat, even though I don't, again, don't judge me for that, I don't own Sauvage, I just could not make friends with that fragrance. But somewhere in the background, Tangerine, Midnight Frost Tangerine has this DNA of Sauvage somewhere in the back end. So Sauvage going on, and then you get that freshness. So it's like a twist. It's a whole different take on Sauvage, but in a whole different way. I wouldn't say it's a direct one-on-one clone or anything, I'm not saying that, but the thing is, it does have that DNA somewhere working in the background. But overall, it's a pretty nice fragrance for your run and gun situations. This is something really nice. You want to smell good, you're gonna, you're going out for a jog, or you're going to do some errands or stuff like that. Unless you're heading to a really high-end party or gathering, this thing will simply do the job. Really nice. Projection for the first 1.5 to 2 hours, this is pretty loud. And longevity, talk about longevity, I did not get like super uber hardcore longevity. At most maybe 7 to 8 hours max, and that's with like 7 to 8 sprays. So yeah, do your thing. That was my honest and humble opinion of Anfar London's Midnight Frost Tangerine. Again guys, this is not a sponsored content. I would highly appreciate if you would subscribe if you have not done so yet. Drop a comment if you have tried this or any other Anfar fragrance. Which one's your favorite? Let me know. I'll be very happy to hear back from you. And again, like always, this is not a sponsored content guys. Please show your love and support to my channel. Help my channel grow. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.